Ba ba da ba ba. Wee. Hello, everybody out there on YouTube. It's your boy Maxwell coming to you with yet another video review. And in this week's review, we're going to be taking a look at none other than what is currently new and up to date: the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, Kingdom, Voyager class, Optimus Primal. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, when I've got it, we'll take a look at the packaging. And I'm intending to keep his packaging. So here we got the box, and here we got the packaging, and here we got the front. It's unfortunately not a whole lot of visibility for seeing the figure, but oh well. Very well worth it. I'll explain why as we go along in the video. Nice image there of Primal in his ape mode, as well as in his robot mode. And there's the Ark. Ooh, the Ark. He is a Voyager class. So here we got Takara Tomy and Transformers Generations. Transformers Authentic. Here we got some of the other boys that are going to be coming out. And is that me? Oh, wait, that's RC. I thought it was Transmutate for a moment there. So, yeah, there we got the lovely Kingdom artwork. We already looked at that side. On the bottom, we got, hey, look, another Transformers Authentic. Whoop. And on the back of the box, we've got our obligatory product shots where we got his robot mode, his ape mode, his fist thing, and it transforms in 22 steps. Maximal symbol there. Oh, and the same with on the top as well. Get back your box. Maximal symbol there. So, yeah, and then, of course, the whole Easter egg thing of underneath the packaging. You got the whole reference nod to the Beast Wars, as well as that's the Ark crashing. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. So close that up. And because I forgot to point it out in the Warpath video, the inside where the figure is being held looks like the golden disc from the Beast Wars comics, so the Beast Wars cartoon. So hooray for that, and hooray for boxes. So moving right along, back up in front, center, and come down. Here we have Optimus Primal. And before we get into looking at him, we're going to be taking a look at what else is included in the packaging. Included within his box is the card sticker thing with the Dinobot Predacon, and I've already seen a couple of reviews for this guy slowly leaking out onto YouTube. He's looking fabulous. And we peel back the sticker to reveal Dinobot as either Maximal or Predacon. And yeah, so yeah, there you got that, and hooray for cards. And moving right along, here we have Optimus Primal in his Gorilla mode. And I will say this right off the bat. I have been so waiting for this figure to be coming out. Him, and as soon as I get him, Megatron. This will be so great for doing some level of videos and just all around just really fun. And it's great to have affordable Beast Wars Optimus Primal. And I can't wait to see what Megatron will be like, so we'll have to hold out and wait to see how that is. But let's get in closer so we can take a look at the ape mode. And here we have him in his ape mode, and it's looking pretty good. Nice fur detailing. There's a lot of mixed opinions about it when it first got shown that he was going to have a whole bunch of fur designs, but in all honesty, I don't care. Looks good to me. Here we got that face. Let's look at that noggin. It's such a beautiful mug. He's got nice painting and detailing throughout, just all around. Nice skin detailing and texturing, and yeah, all around just a really nice figure. And I mean, unfortunately, there's going to be some level of visible robot syndrome on the monkey, but who cares? Yeah, like the feet and stuff like that, and yeah. But all around, really nice, really cool monkey mode. Well, gorilla mode. And for the one comparison that I'm going to be doing for these videos, here we have him next to the Siege Voyager Optimus Prime. So if we wanted to, we could literally just have the monkey riding the truck. Going do dee do dee do dee do. So we got that going on if we wanted to. So yeah, not much for comparison with that. So yeah, there you go. There you got that. Articulation for this, we'll go into the articulation, then his accessories. Articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look from side to side. He can look up and he can look down. And we'll show off more about that here in a little bit as well. Arms are on pivot joints here, so they can move in and out a little bit. And shoulders are on a swivel joint, so they can go do a full 360. And they do have a rotational joint here at the bicep, but you turn it too much and that ruins the illusion of the arms. Elbows can bend. They bend a full amountage there. Wrists can swivel and fingers can open and close. He technically has a waist joint from his transformation and just for the robot mode, but that undoes everything in the back here, so be mindful of that. And feet can pivot and tilt. They got a slight twist here at the right below the shin, so he can pivot his feet out a little bit. And also because of how the transformation joint works and stuff, and this was how it was designed, if you stretch out his leg fully and bring it back on this double jointed hinge, you can actually have him very tight, so be mindful of that. Standing completely upright if you want. So that's a pretty cool added feature. Whoa, now he's too tall. Whoop, bring the camera up here so we can see what we're working with. Hello there, Primal. So yeah, and he can stand fairly well as well when he's vertical like this. So, and yeah. Now, his accessories, he does come with 2 of them. He comes with 2 swords, which are very much reminiscent of his original swords at the original toy, as well as what he had in the original cartoon and show. And these just tab in via these tabs that are on the sword onto the back, like so, if you want to have them stored, because, hey, options are good. Options are good. But now he's a monkey with swords. Beware the ape with the swords. Beware the ape with the swords. And just because I'm standing upright. And just simply also because I still have him right by me. Here's Hardhead. And in his monkey mode, standing upright, he is about deluxe class. But as we get into his transformation, you'll see he will not stay that size for long. And speaking of that, let's get into the transformation. Hardhead, be gone! Whoop! So let's get into his transformation. To start off with, we're going to take the swords, take them off, put them off to the side. And we'll work on his legs and work up, because that's how we do things here. To start off with, we're going to take what will be his robot mode feet and bring them down. And they, believe it or not, actually do click into place. And I'll bring it up close so you can hear it. Like so. And I mean, you can undo it if you want to, but they do click in, and there's a ball joint right in here where the piston is at, and here, which is pretty cool if you ask me. So bring that down and click it into place like so. We're going to take this section here, which is his butt in monkey mode. Bring it up, rotate it, and then this tab here will go into that slot there. So bring that up and just, it's a soft tab into that location, but there you go. Now we extend his legs back on the double joint that we had, that was there, to fully extend his legs up. And when you're going into monkey mode, depending on how you want him at, if you want him positioned like he was walking on his hands and not on his hind legs, you literally just have to bend the knees. That's really all you got to do for that. So just so you know. And from there, we want to take this butt flap section here and untab that. There's this port post that goes into that port there. So do that. Stand them upright and turn the waist around. And there you go. There you got a half monkey, half robot. Woo, half monkey, half robot. Okay, but in all seriousness, let's continue on with the transformation. Take what the shoulder pad sections here, bring them up, and they'll click into place, locking them into place. And you'll see more about that when we get into his articulation. Come to the backpack section here, and this is a little bit tight, so do beware of this. But what I personally do to help with it is grab them where these two blue sections are and pull back, and that will unlock it. There's, I want to say, tabs and stuff holding it in place. So bring that back. Take this section here and rotate that around to create his signature chest piece. Bring the monkey head up, turn it around, and then take this whole neck assembly piece here, bring it out, but before we, and rotate it, but before we push it back in, take these, which are his shoulder guns, on both sides, and flip them out so that they're out, and collapse it on this armature again. Bring the chin of the monkey head down, then collapse that up. Then bring all this up, and this will just kind of click into place. And bring the cannons forward here. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. So here you have Optimus Primal in his robot mode. And wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That's all I can really say about this figure is just wow. How much they brought what was essentially the on-screen appearance, minus, of course, all this fur detailing and texturing of Primal, and transitioned it. It's astonishing, really. It really is. Let's get in closer so we can take a look at some of his detailings, such as his noggin. There's his beautiful head. Oh, so lovely. Looks like it just came off of the cartoon screen. Oh, so lovely, so wonderful. Cannons up here so we can get a nice full closer look at it. And yeah, the fur detailing transitioned over from the robot mode. Got some new little bits showing off and around here. Something to be mindful about, which every reviewer has been pointing out. This white paint section here has been being scraped off because of just how everything works. Me personally, I don't care about it because it's a toy. However, it is something that I will just point out to be mindful about. Take a look here on his side here. We got some new detailing bits here that got revealed a little bit more, like on his arms. There's his legs. Here's the side. He doesn't have much of a backpack, so that's always a good thing. Always a good thing for that. And yeah, here's his back. I wish they would have found something different to do with his ape feet, but oh well. Yeah. All around, very nice figure. Articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, much like the ape one, so it can look up, it can look down, it can kind of pivot a little bit from side to side. With tilting, he can spin and do a full 360. Shoulders are still much in the same level of articulation of being able to go back and forth on these joints here. Arms can do a full 360 and move in and out. And you can see here, we don't even have to worry about moving those up and down with it. It stays there, which is really cool. Still got that bicep rotation. Full range of motion there with the elbows. Although this way that this kind of goes out is kind of unsettling a little bit, but what you gonna do? Wrists can still rotate and fingers can open and close. Waist is on a swivel. Legs can go forward that far when you move the plate out of the way, and they can move back that far. Knees, technically, if you just use the actual main joint for the knee, bends full 360, but if you use the added extra joint here, you got a full range of motion there with the knees, although you undo the tabbing and stuff. That same level of rotation there. Oh, I forgot swivel here at the thigh. A little bit of side-to-side movement here. Legs can go up and down a little bit, and you got your tiltage there as well. So hooray for tiltage. And now putting him off to the side for a quick couple of comparisons. Starters, here he is next to his wavemate of deluxe class Warpath. So we can see size differential there, because I still got him sitting around. Here he is next to Hardhead. See that? And last but certainly not least, here he is next to none other than the other big bot and big boss himself, Optimus Prime. And you can see here they are, yeah. There's some slight level of size differences between the two of them, but you know what? I don't care. I like them both. I like them both. So there you got that. Now, before I completely forget, sorry for that, hopefully you don't get motion sickness. Before I completely forget for this figure, we need to talk about his accessories, because he still has his swords. We cannot forget about the swords. And my camera is now being all wonky. Why you be wonky, camera? This is what happens when you bump your camera. Let that be a lesson to you, kids. Don't bump your camera. All right, that looks right. Somewhat. Might be my table's crooked too. But anyway, either which way we look at it, before I forget, he still has his swords, and even in monkey mode, he can still hold them, and they can tab into the slots onto the back, or as more often as I have them displayed on the shelf, on my shelf, he is holding them, because that's what the boss monkey does. He holds his swords. He holds them like a boss. And so there you got that. And a nice, cool added little feature, and I have not forgotten to talk about this. I was saving this to among the ends of the video, is if you push in this little square section here, that on both arms, it will raise up this little section here to reveal his arm cannons, which they were so nice and thoughtful to include his arm cannons, which is a cool added bit and piece, because it wouldn't be Optimus Primal without his wrist cannons. So you got that as an option and capability too. Now, if you want to, you can have him that he does not have his shoulder cannons out. And this is usually how I end up having him on my shelf, actually. So what I usually do is I open this up and bring that out. And you can literally, if you want to, just flip these in, close that up, close those back up, take the swords, shove them on his back, or throw him into a tote or whatever. There we go. And he doesn't even have to have any of his weapons out if you want, because with displaying purposes, options are what? Options are good. They're very good. But I think that just about does it. So there you go. So that just about really does it for my review of the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Voyager class Optimus Primal. A very cool, very nice, very fun figure. A couple things to be aware of when you take him out of his packaging. A lot of his joints will be tight, so you do need to be careful and mindful about that. Something else too that's noteworthy to point out, because some people I know are going to be upset about it. There is a bit of a gap between where his head plate is and this chest section is. I mean, you can always push that in, but then it kind of ruins it everywhere else. So that doesn't really bother me, but it's worthy enough to mention because there will be those people who want to know about that. So yeah, I think that just about does it. As of the time of the recording of this video, you can still pick them up at your local stores, Walmart, Target, you name it. I picked this up at one of my local Targets, and I have been happy with it with my purchase. Can say that. So, but I think that will just about do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. If you did, please be certain to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video with whomever you think also might like it, and don't forget to check me out on social medias. There will be links in the description down below. And so I think that will just about do it. And so until next time, I will just catch you all later. Camera fall down. Do you honestly think that you're better than me, monkey? No, I don't. But in all honesty, that's not up to my opinion. Everyone has their own preference. Indeed they do, Primal. Indeed they do.